Good morning. So today's flow is an all-level flow. So it's meant to kind of pair the ability to really lengthen and relax our body and our muscles, improving our flexibility, but also to provide our body both mobility and strengthening aspects, just in a slightly slower fashion. So this is a wonderful flow. You can do it in the mornings, in the evenings, you can do it after traveling, and then it's also wonderful to use if you're sharing it with people who are newer to yoga. So you can go ahead and join me down on our mat. Let's go ahead and begin on our backs. I'm going to start with my knees bent first. Head and neck nice and relaxed in the mat. I'm going to open up in T position right from the beginning. Just having palms open and up, elbows and shoulders soft, feet really connecting and grounding us to our mat. Also, we have our spine in good connection with the mat. With the knees bent, we can kind of press into our lower back, tighten our abdominals just a tad, and then kind of release. And then begin to lengthen our breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice and long and deep. Really feeling our bodies start to release tension with each exhale. We want to really develop a kind of meditative breath here. So let's even lengthen our breath, counting in our mind. Inhaling for 7 counts, 7 seconds. Really nice and long, and then exhaling even longer. Let's count to 11 in our minds. Repeating that 7-11 breath count. 7 counts for our inhale. 11 counts for our exhale. So managing that exhalation. One more round. Final exhale with this body nice and still. And then we'll begin to add small movements. Let's take just a nice, comfortable, deep breath in. On our exhale, we're gonna let those legs fall to our left, feeling a nice deep stretch in the hips. On our next inhale, back to center. Same thing, legs fall to the right now. Taking another full inhale and exhale here. Then let's move with our breath. Let's inhale to center, exhale to the left. Inhale to center, exhale to the right. Inhale to center. So we're just going back and forth with our own comfortable breathing pattern. Beginning to get some movement, stretching out in those hips, that lower body, even through that side body as we really feel those knees fall furthest away to the left or the right. Now we're gonna do that one more time, bringing it over to the right. Then as we come back to center, we're gonna just add just a tad to it. We're gonna bring it to center. I'm gonna take right leg all the way up. I'm gonna lift through that left foot, up and down, up and down. One more. Up. As I come down, I'm going to cross, and I'm going to let those legs fall to the left. Good. Again, 2 breaths here now as we hold. Back to center. Uncross. Left leg goes up. We're going to press away nice and slow, nothing too crazy. Up and down. Up and down. One more lift. As we come down, left leg crosses over right, legs fall to the right. You want to ask for a little more stretch? More than welcome to kind of turn that head to the left-hand side. Good. Bring it all the way back to center. Unfolding, resting here. Okay, from here, let's go ahead, roll to our left side. Now I'm gonna push that ground away, and I'm gonna roll all the way over to face this front area of my mat. From here, I'm gonna push away the ground. Cat to cow, cat to cow. Good. I'm gonna bring my right heel all the way back and across, getting a nice twist, or kind of almost a crescent moon shape. We can even take that right hand all the way out here. And then bring it all the way back. Cat stretch once again. So we just have this kind of constant movement in our spine, pushing that ground away, pulling that belly through into cow. Nice neutral spine. Kick that left heel back, bring it across. Nice exhale, add that kind of reach with that left hand. Good. Really sitting into that pose. Wonderful work. Eyes maybe even looking over that right shoulder to deepen it. Back to center. This time, we're gonna start in our cat, and we're gonna circle our spine to drop into cow. All the way around, back to cat. One more time, that same direction. Good work. Pausing, going the opposite way. Pausing back at cat, then finding that neutral spine, lifting those hips, dropping into our first downward facing dog. Now, as always in my class, I usually offer the option to kind of walk this dog. Walk it out just a bit. Good. Maybe one calf is a little tighter. We're gonna really emphasize that side by keeping that leg straight and lengthening through that left side, really letting that right knee bend. This is gonna really help lengthen through the back of that calf and that Achilles. Good. And then we'll do the same thing on that right side. Again, just getting some extra length, just focusing on that right leg. Good work. Let's even those feet out. And when you're ready, we're gonna get off those hands, bringing that right leg forward. Good work. I'm gonna come up into a nice low lunge. Okay, from here, I'm gonna go ahead, reach right back down, hands on the knees. I'm gonna really lean forward here. Let that knee come way over that front toe. Really settle in here. And then right back. Now you'll notice I'm not letting this heel lift as I come forward, forward, forward. hold. Good. And back. And do it one more time. Again, hands can maybe be on that knee. Hands can maybe hold that ankle if we want to really make sure that heel's not lifting. Good work. And back. Once we're here, let's come up just into a beautiful lunge. Let that heart center open, slightly lifting through the chest. Dropping those hands down. Back toe's gonna float up, and we're gonna step back, down dog. At this point, you're welcome to add a little bit of a vinyasa, maybe even dropping to the knees since it's our first one, lifting into a cobra, and then sitting back into child's, lifting through those legs into downward facing dog. Good work. From here, let's lift that left leg nice and high, three-legged dog, just so we can get a nice step forward, planting that foot, dropping that knee all the way down, getting a nice lift up, beautiful reach, inhale, exhale, right back down. This time is where on this opposite side, we're gonna ask for a little bit of length, keeping that left heel down, really letting those hands support us if we need to as that left knee comes way forward and back. One more time, I'm gonna just ask for a little bit more weight in that heel. Shifting forward, good, and back, nicely done. From here, I'm gonna lift up, find that low lunge, give myself a nice open heart center before I release right back down, step it back all the way to our downward facing dog. This time asking for that true vinyasa, lifting up into upward facing dog before we settle back in our down dog. Lengthening through those heels, shifting those hips slightly side to side. Good work. When you feel ready, let's go ahead and take our first step, walk or hop all the way in front of the mat. Forward fold here. Maybe even a little ragdoll. Maybe a little lengthening through those hamstrings. I love a good bend and lengthen, bend and lengthen. And then let's do a nice root to rise. So we push through those heels, we bend those knees, we lift up. And we forward fold once again. Can you give that to me 2 more times right away? Deep breath in, lift up. And fold. Deep breath in, lift up. And fold. Good work. From here, flat back. Inhale. Exhale, hands on the mat. Step back, left foot. We're going to reach up. Right hand, revolve, side angle. Reach it down and through. Let's find our airplane lunge. Right back down. Hand circles up. Revolve, side angle. Back behind us. Reach forward. Both hands. Airplane lunge. One more time, reach it back, revolve side angle, reach it forward, airplane lunge, beautiful work. From this airplane lunge, I'm gonna take left hand, go all the way up, facing away from the camera, finding my warrior 2. Flip those palms, peaceful warrior, good work. Nicely done. Finding my warrior 2 yet again. Now I'm gonna continue to face away from the camera. I'm gonna go up. Inhale, exhale, straddle, stretch, looking through my legs, right back at you. Good, rolling up. Perfect. Hands all the way up high, back to warrior 2, same side. Good work. We're gonna find our warrior 1 here into a high crescent lunge, letting that back knee lift or back heel lift. Exhale, open heart center, cactus arms. Inhale up, hands coming down. Let's step all the way forward, feet together, forward fold. And moving in true vinyasa fashion, let's root to rise. Let's do a full sun A. Let's exhale all the way through. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands on the mat, step, walk, or hop back. Add that shortened vinyasa, our chaturanga down, lifting up, upward dog, into our down dog. 2 breaths here. Eyes looking up to the front of the mat, step, walk, or hop all the way forward. Once again, we're in that forward fold position. We're gonna root to rise all the way up. Wonderful work. Hands coming down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands on the mat, stepping back. Right foot goes back. I'm gonna reach up, revolve side angle here. I'm gonna let that left hand reach back. Forward, airplane lunge. Good. Right hand comes down. Left hand goes back, back to revolve side angle. Back behind me, circle it forward, airplane lunge. Good. Right back down and up into revolve side angle. Last one, right back down, airplane lunge. Good work. From here, we're gonna go ahead, slowly rise all the way up. Find our warrior 2. Nicely done. Now this time I get to face the camera, reaching up. Deep breath in, straddle stretch all the way down. Eyes looking through those legs. Holding those ankles, pulling that body towards, or pulling our chest towards our body. Good work. Then maybe getting those hands on the mat, maybe widening out just a tad. Here's where we're gonna change it up ever so slightly. I'm gonna go ahead, roll up, get some weight in my hands, walk my feet a little closer together. Rather than going back through into our warrior 2, I'm gonna turn my right toe to face forward. I'm gonna find pyramid pose, facing this opposite side of my mat. Good. Can we then lift through that back heel, lift that front knee, bring those hands all the way forward, airplane lunge, all the way back, pyramid pose, all the way forward, airplane lunge, all the way back, pyramid pose. Good. One more time, airplane lunge. Good. If you want to add a challenge, you can bring hands either down, out in front, or to heart center. Can we rise up? Warrior 3. Set it right back down. Airplane lunge. Pyramid pose. Good work. Toes facing the left side of our mat. Straddle stretch. We're going to do same thing on this opposite side. Walk that left toe to the front of the mat. Square off. Pyramid pose here. Feeling that nice deep stretch through the left hamstring. Bending that front leg. Arms go forward. Airplane lunge. Right back to pyramid pose. Nice exhale. Airplane lunge. Inhale. Exhale back. Pyramid pose. Inhale. Or sorry, airplane lunge. Inhale. Pyramid pose. Exhale. So that was our third one. From here, this time as I find my airplane lunge, if you're able to keep that knee bent, weight in that front leg, lifting off. Ooh, a little harder on this side for me. Finding that warrior 3. Again, hands can always be down on the mat. Hands can be at heart center. Hands can reach out in front of us. We just want to keep that back leg up. And then again, bending through that front knee, keeping that back leg up as long as we can. We find that airplane lunge once again, back to pyramid pose. The only difference here is we're gonna go ahead, find this straddle stretch. Back to center. We're gonna heel toe, walk our feet all the way in. Middle point of our mat. Forward fold. Then let's go ahead, raise up into chair pose. So I'm staying nice and low here. Okay, eyes can look up, eyes can look straight ahead at the horizon. Hands can be extended, hands can be apart, hands can be at our heart center. But we're holding this low squat. I can even get down lower. Good. Wonderful work. Let's go ahead from here. Slowly raise up, deep breath in. Find our mountain pose. Face the front of our mat. Good work. Wonderful job here. From here, I'm gonna slowly lower myself all the way down. Let's find our toe stand. So I practice these a lot. Again, we are kind of working on keeping that heel down. So working on strength and flexibility through this foot is always good. So that's why I'd love to sink into a nice toe stand. And just see the difference between, can we slowly then work to lower those feet flat and come right back up. Maybe it's not something we can do quite yet, but it's something that's a good drill to work towards. Lower flat and come back up. Good. Lower flat and come back up. Nicely done. Controlling that lowering flat can also help us drop hips to the mat. I'm going to lift us into a half boat pose. This can always be modified by dropping a foot to the mat or dropping hands behind us or hugging the legs with our hands. Good. And wherever we're at, we're going to slowly release left foot all the way down. Drop right over the top. I'm going to give myself a nice twist here. Good work. Now I'm going to ask for boat once again as I come back to center. It makes for a nice transition as I then exhale into this pose. Inhale, extend right leg out. As I cross over, I'll exhale into my twist, keeping that left knee pointing up nice and high. Wonderful work. Now, rather than come back to boat, I would love to get a nice long pigeon hold. So, a nice way to enter pigeon is I'm going to uncross this left leg, but then I'm going to act like I'm kind of shifting onto my right hip. I'm bringing both legs behind me, okay? So I'm creating kind of a figure 4 with both legs. From here, I can get weight into the front of my hands and then adjust that back leg long behind me. So it's not a perfect transition. It's not always the most graceful, but if we're already on our tailbone, it's a great way to find pigeon pose. Now, feel free to take whatever pigeon variation you feel most comfortable. My hips are super tight today, so I'm just asking for a nice supported sleeping pigeon from the forearms. And then as I slowly exit, I'm going to do the exact same thing on our opposite side. So I'm just going to bring ourselves right back, facing forward. Only this time now, right leg's going to come kind of behind me. Left leg creates that figure 4 in front. And then just I start to push that ground away. Get that back leg underneath me. Again, choosing your version of pigeon. If you're feeling nice and open, maybe you can lay all the way flat. This side's a little more open for me, so I might be able to lay nice and flat here. Getting that weight to sink from the chest onto that front leg. One more breath here. Wonderful work. Now what's lovely about this is I push the ground away. I'm going to actually, rather than come down to my tailbone here, I'm going to step back, find my tabletop position, and take a nice long child's pose. Nice beautiful extension. Arms going out in front, knees opening wide. Maybe even coming up onto those fingertips, giving yourself a little bit of a walk to the left first. And then to the right. Back to center. Good work. And then as I come up onto my hands and knees, I'm going to ask for one final down dog. And then moving slowly from my down dog so that I end up laying with my head at this area of my mat. I'm just going to go ahead, release to my mat, kind of almost like a crocodile pose. And then when you feel ready, we can roll to our side, flip all the way over so eyes end up looking up at the sky, right back kind of where we started our class. Breathing in and out here. Finding that connection, body to breath, body to earth. Enjoying our Savasana here. Wherever you're at in your Savasana, as long as you're comfortable, just start adding some movements, just really slowly and gradually. And gradually maybe taking arms overhead if that feels good. Maybe lengthening all the way out if that feels good as well. And then let's go ahead, just roll to our side. I'm going to roll to my left side so I can face the camera. I'm going to hold here just briefly, eyes remaining closed. Feeling not only that rest of Savasana, but that focus. Allowing our body to be calm and relaxed, ready to face whatever we have in our path moving forward. From here, I can push that ground away. Find my easy seat, Sukhanasana. And even from this easy seat, again, we can feel our bodies are strong, stable, calm, relaxed, and at peace. And as we bring hands to heart center, it's as if we're like pulling all of that feeling, all of that energy in towards us, holding it with us throughout the remainder of our day, week, using this practice to benefit us far beyond the time spent on our mat. As always, the light in me honors and sees the light that is in you. Namaste.